So Ronald, what brought you to Cape Town?
I chose to come to Cape Town for creative purposes, to expand myself as an artist, and also to learn what South Africa and Cape Town has to offer in terms of me growing as an artist. And that's the reason why I came to Cape Town.
And when did you decide you wanted to become an artist?
Oh, that's a long time. I actually decided to be it was a thing that I had in high school. I decided to be an artist, to choose to become an artist when I was in high school in 1999. But I wasn't fully equipped to understand what it means and also how to navigate. It was just like a fantasy type of thing, you know. Yeah.
What was your dream as a young man?
Wow. What was that? My dream, my dream as a young man was, I actually wanted to be a DJ. I love music so much. I wanted to be a radio DJ, but the circumstances at that time didn't permit me to be a DJ. I wanted to study mass communication and become a radio DJ, or just maybe a DJ in general, but those were my dreams. But art was much more of an easier route to take because I managed to find people able to nurture me without the costs. So it took finding myself as an artist actually came quicker than trying to be a DJ. That was my vision at that time. I don't know, maybe be somebody of influence, you know, yeah.
And what's been your educational background? Like what was your journey to becoming an artist?
So in 2002, I was mentored at a gallery called Gallery Delta by a lady named Helen Leros, who ran the gallery. And we met each other at a pottery company I used to work for, called Rosebend Pottery in a small town called Rua. And I did my JCE and A-level exams through the National Gallery, and after that I went for a brief period, just I would say in the academic sense people would say self-taught, but I started grooming myself, practicing a lot, taking my work to this mentorship program I was part of, get crits, and basically develop myself at home. When I came to South Africa in 2007, I was full-time practicing artist. But then in 2010, I decided to study architectural mosaic, which I did for 3 years. And yeah, those are my qualifications in terms of. So I'm a registered master mosaic artist, but in general, I work with different mediums and stuff like that. So the challenge is just to border all of those three and sort of like make them one. Yeah.
Can you tell us about your love for art? Why do you do what you do?
I think it's a passion. Like, I love art because it's a passion. I always say this, I'm a fan before I'm an artist. So it was always, I mean, there's a beauty in seeing someone make beautiful things, or there's a beauty in seeing someone being honest about what they make that resonates with you. And for me, the passion has always been about seeing what other people create and being interested in trying to be part of that life. I think, like, until now I still buy books on art, It's kind of like a ritual. I like to go to openings. I like to see what other people make. Also within that, I also try to have an opinion about what I see and what I see around. So, I mean, that also fires me up as an artist, you know. It always inspires me in that way. So, yeah.
And what kind of impact did you like to make on the world with your art?
I'd like to. The world is quite huge, and as an artist to practice in Africa, sometimes you have to get out of Africa for you to be seen, or there has to be something that happens for the world to recognize you. An impact on the world means what you stand for. An impact on the world means bringing something new to the table, even though everything has been already done. There's nothing original, but how you do it is what sets you apart from the rest. And I think that influence, information, and execution are three things that will make you, you know, be an impact in the world, and consistency too. Yeah.
What are some of your core messages that comes out through your art?
So within my art, the messages that I try to dig into are messages that have something to do with what is going on in this world we're in. It's usually conversations I have with friends at a table or something, or even the thoughts that I have when I see certain things happening around and how I feel about it. So it could be issues of race, could be issues of power, politics, a whole variety of things. In many cases, I would say political, but I try to become much more of an awareness. Then instead of just making work to make someone's home look beautiful, I make work to sort of like tell a story. I like storytelling, but sometimes I'm not limited to the content. So sometimes I can speak about things that are very emotive, things that affect us as human beings, but it doesn't really come across as political. Sometimes I make work that's political, speaking about a certain thing, but then I might speak on behalf of a specific group of people. So it doesn't really, the messages vary, but it's much more intent driven. So there's something behind it that drives it, and it's like something that you want to share with the world and talk to the world and sort of like have a place in the world where you say something about them. So it varies, but most of it I would say is political. Yeah.
And what are some of the qualities you have that makes you an artist?
The qualities I have that make me an artist. I like to dream a lot. I like to also have that childlike aspect to how I navigate and do things. All artists are creators, so we are like gods in a way. We create something out of nothing, and it exists. So I inhabit those things. I create because I have something that drives me inside. So it goes back to that thing of passion as well. So yeah.
And what is it taking for you to become a successful artist?
Successful. Success is measured in different ways. Everybody has different definitions of success. Some think that success is driving a very expensive car, or sometimes success is how much is in your bank account, or whatever the case is. But for me, success is when one comes up with an idea, executes it, and delivers. That's success for me. I've never been driven by money. I've always been driven about the art itself. I always cared about the art. I do care about money just like anybody else, because you need to survive. But then the first point of entry is inspired by the art itself. Fight for the art itself as an artist. Speak for the art, live for the art, die for the art. That's what inspires me much as an artist. And then when success comes through, it means that you have been successful with bringing forward a message, or you were able to, as much as there's good art there's bad art. So there's some people who are successful in making bad art. But I think that being successful is being content with what you have produced. And there's nothing that beats that. So I think I'm successful in the sense that I set a plan, I make the plan, I deliver, and then I have to be content with what I've made. Whether it came out the way I envisioned it or not, the idea is just I gave birth to this thing and it's there. So that's success for me. Yeah.
What is your most loved piece? If you had one, what is one of them? And why? I'd say my mosaics currently. It's a very difficult thing to decide which piece is your favorite piece, because each and every artist has a sort of like, they say in a lifetime of an artist might make in maximum 3